Hi everybody. Today we're going to talk about our last assignment clarification. How awesome is that? 8 weeks of work. You guys have done amazing and you should be very proud of where you're at in this term. Our last official assignment here is a reflection essay, and often I have students ask, what is the value of reflection after we've written something? Why should we reflect on that process? And one of the reasons why is by reflecting on our own writing processes, we're able to learn a little bit about ourselves. Maybe thinking back on this persuasive essay and you remember how challenging research was. When you move forward with your next writing assignment, maybe you'll schedule more time to brainstorm in order to develop better keywords or even just more keywords. It will help open up that research for you. But also it helps us determine what works well for us with the writing process as opposed to maybe what doesn't work as well. For example, in the revision process, maybe you took some time off and you found out that that was really valuable. Taking a step away from that essay really helped you come back with a new set of eyes. And so you'll know moving forward that a key point for you to do in the revision process is to make sure that you leave enough time with your next writing assignment to take a day or two and not think about it. So reflection really allows us to learn a little bit about ourselves and what we've done and how we can continue to do what we've done well and how we can improve our writing process in the future. Yeah, first of all, I agree with this first line. Take a deep breath. You guys did great with this assignment. Persuasive papers aren't that easy, and you guys did wonderful. So be proud of the work that you've done. All right, again, there's my fan. With this assignment, we need to treat the MindEdge activities as a prompt. Remember that we're writing full paragraphs. Even with this reflection, we want to make sure that we have 5 to 8 sentences for each of our paragraphs. So answer these questions in MindEdge, and then remember to download and open up that Word file and make sure that we are formatting properly, double spacing, indenting, and make sure that we are doing 5 to 8 sentences per paragraph. All right. What peer review feedback did you choose to incorporate concerning your argument and why? This allows us to reflect on what we found valuable out of that peer review activity and what we used to incorporate into our essay, into our revisions and our writing. It allows us to think about and determine what sort of feedback works well for us and how we can incorporate that into our future papers. 2, what challenges did you face in developing your argument, and what could you have done differently? By acknowledging the challenges that we have with writing, we're able to be better prepared in the future for those same challenges and maybe provide a little bit of support for our future selves. Be a little bit more prepared, knowing that maybe research is one of our challenges, or knowing that articulating our argument may be one of those challenges. So it allows us to better prepare and support our future selves as writers. 3, what peer review feedback did you choose to incorporate concerning your exploration of the issue and why? Again, this allows us to look at that conversation we had with our peers, but specifically on the exploration of our issue, on that support and that thought process, as opposed to just our argument. So again, think back on that peer revision and that feedback and think about what worked well for you. And consider how you can incorporate that in future assignments too. And then we do the same thing with our source integration. For many of us, source integration is a new idea, especially those in-text citations. So talking with your peers, what information did you find valuable and how did you apply it to your writing, and how can you, I want you to think about how you can be more prepared for your effective source integration in the future. Again, this is a reflection process. There is no right or wrong answer. We just want to think about what peer review feedback was beneficial and how did we incorporate it into our paper and why. And this is going to help future us be more prepared with that writing process. Number 5, how did your incorporation of sources support your claim, and what challenges did you face throughout the writing process? So this is a 2-part question here. Incorporating those sources to support our claim was a little bit of a challenge for some of us. Maybe this is the first time we ever had to write a paper like this, and that's awesome that you guys were able to go through this journey and find success. But how did incorporating those sources influence how you articulated your argument. How did you use those sources to support your claim? And think on how future you might have learned from this experience so that it's a little bit more smoother for you in the future. And I really want you to focus on what challenges did you face throughout the writing process. Writing isn't a strength that we all have, and that's totally okay. That's why we take these courses to better strengthen our writing skills. And like I said at the start of the term, writing might not be your thing, and you might leave this class still hating the writing process, and that's fine. You don't have to like something to be able to do it, right? So I want you to reflect on the challenges that you faced, and maybe how did those challenges get easier? Or are they still super challenging for you? And if they are, what have you learned from this class to better prepare future you with the writing process should you have to write more papers? Okay, and remember, again, this is just a reflection. There's no right or wrong answer. We're just thinking about how the process was for us and how future us might benefit from this thought process. And this is a dual submission, so make sure that you save. You submit all of your prompt answers and then download it into a Word document, open it up, revise and proofread, and make sure that you're submitting a proper, fully formatted essay. And again, if you have any questions at all with this, I don't want you to stress too much because it's a reflection. It's an opinion piece on your writing process and the things that you learned. But if you have any questions at all, feel free to email me or text me, and let's post on the general discussion forum, because maybe if you have a question, one of your peers has the same question as well. Don't stress this assignment. You guys did the heavy lifting of the term. You're there. You've succeeded. Now let's just think about the process a little bit. All right, you guys got this. It's going to be great.